The Mandalorian Season 1, which wrapped up all the way back in like December or January. I'm deciding to review it because guess what? Today's Star Wars Day. What? Everyone pretty much knew that. But Clone Wars wrapped up today, so that was pretty big. I was thinking about doing a review, but I wanted to do a Mandalorian review for some time. And like Star Wars Day, it's a perfect time. So, Mandalorian review. That's what I'm doing today. And thankfully, because filming is done and just special effects just needs to be done, which apparently can be done at home. Mandalorian Season 2 will be arriving as scheduled in October of this year. Should be, that's what everyone's been saying, so that's exciting for something to come out at its original release date. That's exciting. I rewatched this show recently to get in preparation for this review, make sure that it wasn't just a first time thing where I'm like, oh my god, baby Yoda, oh my god, that was so cool. Getting distracted by it. And I love it even more. This show is phenomenal. There will be spoilers, as I said, the season wrapped up for a while now. I feel like by then, there's the embargo. Embargoes on TV shows wrap up more quickly than movies do. For a lot of people, a couple months is the embargo lifted for movies, at least should be. Those are the good people in the world, and those good people also think that by the next week, embargo should be lifted up for at least an episode of a television show. And well, the season's over for this show, so I think the embargo's lifted. So yeah, I'm gonna spoil it. Obviously, one of the biggest spoilers that came from episode 1 was revealed right after it ended, pretty much, because no one could contain their excitement. How could you? Because we got the child, one of the greatest things to come out of Star Wars, this fantastic thing happened, so how could you not be excited? Yeah, that's a pretty big deal, which makes me really excited for season 2, because we'll definitely find out more about his species. So that is very promising. So, what should I cover? Oh yeah, the acting is phenomenal. Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin, or Mando, is great. He's really stoic, he's got a lot of humor, he can really carry dramatic moments when he needs to, and yes, there are dramatic moments. There's a lot of moments that are like, ooh, wow, this is getting intense, or this is getting dramatic, like, I didn't see it going this way. There's also a lot of moments where he's just a total badass. He is awesome. You can tell why he's such a feared bounty hunter. He's watching him do a bunch of cool things. The opening bar fight in the first episode was really cool. The entire last 2 episodes, taking out battalions of stormtroopers, was awesome. The third episode, when he breaks into the client's base of operations to steal back the child, was some of the best action in Star Wars anything, in my opinion. It was phenomenal. Like I said, action in this series is great. The effects work, practical and special effects are amazing. It's got a lot of great tie-ins and nods to the universe. It makes it makes a certain thing canon, the holiday specials canon. But also it has a lot of Easter eggs to this huge franchise, which is super fun to just notice and go like, hey, it's that. So that's always cool. This show was done right, and you can tell it was done with care and was done by people who care about this franchise. There's many moments. There's 2 episodes in the series that I think weren't the best, and it was episode 5, The Gunslinger, and episode 6, The Prisoner. I believe those were the episodes. Those were definitely some of the more weaker. And basically the show started off like a video game thing. Amanda went and did his main quest, and then something happened. He got to do some side quests to get his gear up. level up in episode 3 and stuff, and then it went from the season still felt like a video game pretty much most of the way to the end, but episode 5 and 6 felt like a mixture of just random missions that you would do to get your level up in a video game, mixed with like a Monster of the Week X-Files sort of thing. This is a mission of the week thing that he did, mixed with missions just getting his level up. And while they were both entertaining in their own right, they were definitely, for me, the weakest episodes. They had some cool things in it, had some, episode 6 in particular, had a really awesome action sequence that ended the episode with Mando just going against his whole team. In one part, even makes it seem like a horror movie of sorts. It was really cool. So, even in the lesser episodes of the season, I was still really entertained. The directors that they got, like Dave Filoni, who is very famous in the Star Wars universe, Bryce Dallas Howard, Taika Waititi, Deborah Chow, Rick Famuyiwa. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm really sorry that I butchered it, because I definitely butchered it. They're all very talented directors. I'm very excited to see what Deborah Chow will do with her Obi-Wan series, which she is developing. Also, because Obi-Wan is my favorite character. I'm really excited for Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie he's making. Jon Favreau is obviously talented, so I'm excited for what he's going to do with Season 2, and he's apparently writing Season 3, so that's exciting. Dave Filoni is always great. Bryce Dallas Howard was really good. Everyone was. Rick Famuyiwa, however you pronounce his last name, were really great. The child was adorable, him using the Force and stuff was so cool, which means, like, out of the 3 members of Yoda's species that we've seen, all 3 of them are Force users. Does that mean this entire species is just all natural, powerful Force users, or we've just run into them? We just happened to, all 3 of them that we ran into, be Force users. That's a possibility. Who knows? It's interesting, though. A lot to theorize. Grand Moff Gideon wasn't in it enough for me to be like, oh, he's a great villain, because he's not really a serious villain. He was introduced in like the last episode of the season. He was pretty cool in that episode. I'm excited for what he's going to do in the second season, because here's how the season ends. Mando and the child go off do some bounty hunter things, and in a crash TIE fighter where Grand Moff Gideon was in, he breaks out of it because everyone thought he was dead, but he breaks out of it holding a darksaber. If you're not if you just watch the movies, then you probably don't know what the big deal about this is. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you're like, oh my god, he's got a darksaber. What is going to happen in that next season? That's what I'm thinking. I'm very much looking forward to it. So, while it didn't have really anything to do with this season, I feel like they're going to give him a lot of screen time and a lot to do in this next season, and I personally am looking forward to it. Everything they pretty much did, they did it right. There were moments when it got pretty sad. There's a couple character moments that it's like, oh man, did they have to go? Or like, oh, this is like a deep personal moment. There's some episodes, like, most of the time it's Mandalorian being comedic with Baby Yoda or having badass moments, but there's a couple times throughout the show, like in episode 4 or 8 or 3, where you're getting like deep personal moments with Din Djarin, and it's really beautiful and touching. Particularly 4 and 8, they had some moments that, like, there was a story arc in which Mando kind of wanted to settle down but couldn't. Not the life he chose. And then in episode 8, there's a whole thing about his pretty much religion of Mandalorians, what they believe in. And a whole conversation with the droid in which he doesn't like droids, but in the end he actually starts liking droids, and his mask is taken off. And you see his face, and like in his faction of Mandalorians, they don't take their helmets off. So it was really personal and deep level, and it's very surprising that that's the only time he takes his helmet off that you see in the entire series. Or he takes it off, but you never see his face. And it's just hard to believe that his performance and script and everything he did was able to have me feel personally connected to someone I never see their face with. They're never reacting to anything, but you can tell what they are feeling, and that is probably the biggest. And I can talk all day about Baby Yoda and why he's cute or the action sequences, but at the end of the day, that's probably what made me love this show the most, is what they did with his character. And I'm very excited to see what they will do to continue to further expand upon his character, to make him more emotional, make him more in-depth than he already was. Mandalorian is a great television series. If you have Disney Plus, check it out. Watch the season. The episodes, it's 8 episodes, and the episodes are short. They're like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. It's a quick watch. The entire season is like 5 hours, I think. Yeah, when most series are like 13 hours or more, depending on their lengths and how many episodes. A Netflix series is usually around 13 hours because it's about 13 episodes, an hour each. That's usually what Netflix does. So, yeah, it's a quick watch. You won't regret it. Trust me. So I'm going to give The Mandalorian 93 Beskar Steel out of 100. This show is phenomenal. Probably my second favorite show right now. Of course, apparently the rumors are that it's supposed to go up to 5 seasons, and if the rumor's true and they do get 5 seasons, and those 4 other seasons match or surpass the quality of this season, then this could easily become my favorite show of all time. Have you seen The Mandalorian? What did you think? Tell me in the comments below. How did you spend Star Wars Day? I watched some of the movies. I finished Clone Wars Season 7, watched that finale, played some of the games today. I celebrate Star Wars Day. And if you celebrate Star Wars Day, tell me what you did for Star Wars Day. This is Jordan from Jordan Reviews, signing off.